So this Q&A video is about 6 months overdue. Yeah, it is really bright outside. Hey, Shal here. Today is the first of hopefully many Q&A videos on my channel. As I mentioned before, these are going to be kind of low-key, relaxed sort of Q&A videos where I'm not going to be doing a whole ton of vocal effects, but still being able to answer your questions because I want to provide value for you. And the best way for me to do that is by answering questions you may have. Let's get to these questions. Let's see what we got here. Jupiter asks, "Hey Shal, how are you lately?" Lately? Doing pretty good. Better than I've been in several months, I'll be honest. I've had ups and downs a lot lately, more so than usual because of obvious reasons that most of us are familiar with. But outside of that, I'm doing okay right now. I'm doing all right. Cinder asks, "Face reveal when?" Is this what you were looking for? Am I doing this right? Voodoo G, hi, how you doing? Asks, "A serious question from me, LMAO, why not just ask on Discord? Because then only I'd get an answer. So you said what you want to focus on mainly in this video, but aside from your regular uploads, are you also interested in partaking in some on-camera video game shenanigans, as in Let's Plays or game compilations occasionally? Maybe? That could be fun. I don't see why not. If that's something that people would find valuable, I think that could be enjoyable. I don't know if I would necessarily put it on this channel, but if this is the kind of thing that folks might be into, I could potentially put it on a Twitch channel. That could be an option. If this is something that you would be interested in seeing, please let me know in the comments. A lot of people asked when I'm going to be doing certain tutorials. So I'm gonna level with you. So I make tutorials that build off of previous tutorials that I've made, so that when I release, say, the wooden toaster tutorial, you've already been introduced to the relevant ideas in it. So like manual pitch correction, just the idea of pitch shifting in general and vocal formants in general, so that with each new tutorial, I'm only really introducing one new idea. The rest of the ideas have already been talked about. Oh my goodness, there's still fuzz from the fursuit. There we go. So what that means is that in order for me to be able to do certain tutorials, I need to do other tutorials before those ones. So like, for example, the Screenslaver tutorial, that one makes use of distortion. I'm sort of showing my hand here. But yeah, it makes use of distortion, I believe, ring modulation, EQ, compression, and I think I also use BitSpeak. So in order for me to be able to do that tutorial, I have to cover most of those effects. Basically, there's a specific order to the tutorials that I make. Each tutorial builds on each previous tutorial. In order for me to be able to keep track of this, what I do is I actually have a flow chart to make it easier for me to be able to know which tutorial to do when. I'll show it on screen here. Here's the flow chart. That should give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. There are some that I haven't fully plotted out yet. Long story short, I will get to those tutorials. They are on my to-do list. There are several tutorials that I need to do beforehand in order to get to these ones that people are requesting. Elijah Ben asks, "Who is Best Pony and why?" It's Glim Glam. I love the Glim Glam. I love Starlight Glimmer. She is my favorite. My favorite has actually changed over the years. It was originally Fluttershy, then it became Twilight Sparkle, and now it's Starlight Glimmer because, to the why, she's kind of got it all. That's why I like her, is because, like, she's got her cute moments, she is a mountain of snark, and I love her. She's really smart, she's very capable, she's acts as kind of an interesting foil to Twilight. She's just really fun to watch. I'm a big fan. Proto-Gnostics asks, "Hey, this is another friend of mine. We love you, Shal. We'll always be here to support you in your endeavors. My question is, who are some of your favorite musicians/artists that you really look to for inspiration?" Smiley face heart. Very sweet of you, Proto. Thank you very much. So, favorite musicians and artists that I look to for inspiration. Bigger names. Okay, so like big names. Led Zeppelin, the Beatles. I liked Coldplay for a while. Who else? Soundgarden, Dream Theater, Opeth, Buckethead, Comtrues, Hans Zimmer. The dude's a genius. I'm a huge fan. more small scale, Rob Scallon, Andrew Huang, Adam Neely, Mary Spender. Trying to think like brony musicians. I've always obviously been a fan of Wooden Toaster, or Glaze rather. Alex S, or Andromulus as they go by now. Ponyphonic. Where do I even begin? My inspiration comes from half a bajillion different places, and oh my god, I can't even begin to remember most of them. But I hope that gives you an idea of who some of my inspirations are, and people maybe that you should check out. TPLE555, the Robloxian and logo editor, asks, what happens if you pitch down your voice using FL Studio? It would sound something like this.
It would sound something like this.
It would sound something like this. It would sound something like this. It would sound something like this.
Erigor the Kind-Hearted asks, for my question, I will say this. What do you like most about being a furry? For me, it's certainly the community. There are some amazing people I have met in the fandom. What do I like most about being a furry? Okay, yeah, I definitely agree with you on the community aspect. It is such a welcoming and helpful and supportive community. The furry fandom is extremely non-judgmental. It is extremely accepting. The phrase that I like to use to describe it is radical acceptance. You could be like from all walks of life, and as long as you're not a jerk to other people, furries will be okay with you. They are very kind, they're very open, they're very supportive of people who are different, especially if you're like a member of the LGBT community. There's a very large percentage of folks in the LGBT community in the furry fandom, and they are so supportive of those people. Moreover, the furry fandom is also just extreme, well, like most. I'd say it's a supportive atmosphere. I also really like the creativity, the costumes, the sense of humor, just the fact that everybody is very laid back and easy to get along with. I could gush about the furry fandom all day, but I'm not gonna do that because that would probably be boring. If you want me to gush about the furry fandom all day, please let me know in the comments. Brandon Mason asks, how to speedcore?
We're gonna win in this!
So that's what I got for this Q&A. If you want your question answered on a future Q&A, ask your questions in the comments of this video. Until next time, have fun and keep making sound.